Niori. Shion. Damn it.
I'm not done! Rising! Megasonic thrust! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! Megasonic thrust! No escape! Sword Rain Alpha! Wind! Lunar Rondo! Rising! Take this! You're fit! Here I come! Megasonic thrust! Sword Rain Alpha! Here I come! I'm not done! You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Wind! Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon! Here I come! I'm not... Megasonic thrust! Sword Rain Alpha! Severing Wind! Here I come! I'm not done! You're mine! Strike! Wind! Lunar Rondo! Here I come! Here I come! Strike! It's on! Megasonic thrust! Eat dirt! You're mine! I'm not done! Rising... Here I come! I'm not done! We did it! Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! Here I come! Wind! Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! Pierce! You're mine! Severing Wind! Rising... Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! Megasonic thrust! Pierce! No escape! No escape! Sword Rain Alpha! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine! I'm not done! Lunar Rondo! Stardust! Rising Falcon! Megasonic thrust! Strike! Sword Rain Alpha! Wind!
Alvin?
Rinwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Rinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
We won.
Gotta break through!
Radiant light, force of
Blade!
regeneration.
Rising Wyvern!
Dance in the wind! Sleep now.
Being interrupted.
Feel. If it hides, just back it out again.
Rising Falcon!
Now for something special.
Heal! Here I come!
Lightning condemned.
Raining Chaos!
Sealed.
Rising Wyvern!
Sleep now.
Hurricane Thrust! Catapult! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Elusive
Shooting
deity.
star!
Rotating pile.
Take this! Do it!
Go get him!
Not today!
Bullseye! Blah, blah, blah. Air thrust!
Pierce through!
Celestial
I'm ready!
Laser!
You're mine! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Catapult.
Hit! Go
absolute
get him! That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Dohalim!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
A comfortable win.
Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. Hmm? You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah. And now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegis.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Dahnan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almeidria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Xion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Xion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Xion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Xion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Xion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Xion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Xion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Xion's rescue? What do the others think?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan Sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their Sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the Sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I'd never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term Sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, We need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
I'm in good form. I'll crush any enemy with my mace.
Awesome! We've got an avatar of destruction here!
Truly, she leaves naught but rubble in her wake.
Are you guys asking to be her next target?
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one...
Well, there's a firm no Zugo pump.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
in
a bind.
Sealed. In here.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Tear you apart.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Astral
Yeah.
Bolt?
That's my cue.
To me.
Shut him down!
Dance in the wind. Air thrust.
Finish it! Not today!
It's almost too strong!
Split it open.
Be my guest!
Now you see what I can do.
Purge malevolence.
Watch this.
Finish it! In an instant! Impact block!
Lightning condemned. Thunder blade. Dance in the wind.
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleim kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me. And left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Vholran and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait. Don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine. Let's get going. Thistleum was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Xion?
Of course not! Xion's our friend! Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Xion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. but it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Okay.
Why?
Ugh. Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest? You sense one of your pals, Hootle?
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hootle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
courteous, aren't you?
Dance in the wind! Air stop!
Another incantation of ruin!
Celestial hammer!
Regenerate!
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Armor won't save you!
He who
Lightning
prepares
condemned! Thunderblade!
This one's mine! Finish it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Little help!
Radiant, take this!
Dance in the wind! In here! Crossblade!
Alpha!
Forward!
Simian pest.
I shall kill you where you stand. Elusive deity!
Razor Cyclone! Swallow's Cut!
still!
Razor Cyclone! Celestial Hammer! Thanks so much!
Pierce through! Burn! Megasonic Thrust! Sword Lane Alpha!
Eat this! Dragon Shout! I'm on a roll now! Death Blossom!
Now!
Onward and upward.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia Pride. There's a nice breeze here. I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
Yeah! All right. I reeled us in a big one.
We can make a real feast out of this bad boy.
All right. She's got a good size to her, all told.
We can make a real feast out of this bad boy.
All right, once more from the top. All right. reeled us in a big one.
I can't believe you caught that with a rod. Amazing.
It's all mine.
Lightning can
Now you see what I can do. Suffer
In here.
silence. I'm on. Can't get out of
Dragon
this.
Seal! I'll be saving this one!
This one's mine!
Catapult.
Dragon
Shine. Radiant light. Force of regeneration.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Take that! Purge alert! Blah, 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 magic! Sleep now.
Far enough.
The waters of Crete... Tidal
I'm
wave!
ready. Kisara.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Gotta break through!
Radiant
Purge
light.
malevolence!
Force of
Rush
regeneration.
down
Devastation!
Allow me to help
Not
you.
today!
Anything in armor is all mine.
Purge malevolence!
I really owe
Arcane
you one.
waterfall!
Eat this. Catapult.
Seal!
Radiant
I'll
flash!
grind you into
Devastation!
Tidal wave!
Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Regenerate.
Celestial order!
Ours is being interrupted.
Double me! In an instant! Impact block!
Don't get careless.
Little help!
Radiant light. It's time. I'm on it.
Seal!
He who prepares is
Everyone, get back! It's too dangerous!
Can't get out of this.
Blah, 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 magic! Holy
Radiant
land!
light.
Purge
Force of
malevolence! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
Benediction light! Dragon Swarm!
Celestial order!
charge like that could
Not
easily be
today.
fatal.
Just as well,
do this
I'm
all
here to
day.
stop it.
Swallow Blade!
Denied!
Dance in the wind!
Shine.
Air thrust!
I'm ready! Double me! In an instant! Impact block!
I'm ready for the next battle.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual. This one will be difficult to predict.
Heal.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Demon Tag! Double Demon Tag!
In here!
Face you. Shine. Radiant light.
Far beyond the darkest sky! I call upon thee!
Inspiration. Allow me to help you.
Far beyond the darkest sky! I call upon thee!
Our art is being interrupted.
Shooting star!
Not today!
Heal.
Leave the target to me!
Dragon! Swarm!
Take that!
Eternal Devastation!
I'm ready. That frickin' does it.
Not on my watch!
Inspiration. Radiant
Dragon
light.
Star!
Some regeneration.
Ice prison!
Regenerate.
Lightning to death!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Rising Viper!
Come on, a roll now!
Spear!
Ha!
Dragon
Flick!
Swarm!
Don't suffer in silence.
Celestial Runner!
Benediction light. Rising
Ice
Falcon!
Prison!
I'll smash you! Heal!
Thanks so much!
Take this! Eat this!
Purge Malevolence! Arctic Waterfall! Freeze Lancer!
This one's mine!
Eagle Assault!
I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! I can feel my power growing!
What is this? Whoa!
There it is. That's our target.
It's on!
Illuminate the dome!
Hard up! That freaking does it!
Seal!
Shockwave Flash!
Swallow
Pierce
dance!
through! Sword Rain Alpha!
Shooting star!
Swallow dance! Talon Hurricane!
Hit! Go get him!
Shine Flash!
Ice Prison!
Regeneration! Regenerate!
Celestial Runner!
Do it!
Lock! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Bang!
Benediction light.
Swallow Blade!
Heal! Armor won't save you!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Malevolence! Arctic Waterfall! Purge Malevolence! Arctic Waterfall! Sealed!
Dance on the wind.
Not
Far
today!
beyond the darkest skies! I call upon you!
I'm ready you a bloody
Devastation! Rising Falcon!
Shooting star!
air pressure.
Hit! Go get him!
Here now!
Celestial Runner!
Light.
Hold nothing back!
Heal. I'm on it.
Dance in the wind!
Be
Fire
still!
up.
You're mine!
Sealed!
Mirage!
In here!
Mirage!
Blah blah blah!
Blood.
Holy Land!
You a bloody holiday. Resonate with the earth.
Dance in the wind!
Do it.
In here!
Double me! In an instant!
Impact block. Do it.
Benediction light.
Blah blah blah! Magic! Sealed! Hit! Go get
Not
him!
today!
More where that came from!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. Armor won't save
Dance
you.
in the wind!
Rising Wyvern!
In here!
Void Flash!
Blah blah blah!
Ah!
Sealed!
Couldn't make it in time.
Sleep Master! I can handle it! Blah blah blah! Freeze Lancer! Too much to handle?
From beyond. No further.
Dance in the wind!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Sleep now!
Blow away!
Sealed!
Denied.
Blah blah blah!
Sword Rain
Sealed!
Alpha!
Incantation.
Rain Flash! Eternal Devastation!
I'm on it.
sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Rising on ready! Jolie! Blow them away!
Benediction light.
Dance in the wind!
Do it! Jolie! In an instant! Impact block! This should make for some good weapon crafting material. Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! Ho 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 ho! Ho ho ho!
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest? There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
Discourteous, aren't you?
This one's mine!
Purge malevolence!
Bloody
Arcane waterfall! In here!
Smash you!
More for the stockpile!
I'll tear you apart!
In here!
Rising ready to go!
You get the gist. Holy Lamp! I can do this all day!
Easy ensnaring to you.
Zara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Benediction light.
Celestial Hammer!
Take this! Burn! Seismic rupture!
Celestial Hammer!
Do it!
Ice Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Everyone hanging in there? Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Okay.
Okay. Yes!
What?
Really? Dohalim. Dohalim, I'm going to look into some seasonal fishing spots.
By all means.
Leave the preparations to me as well. I'll bring the rods. Would you prefer your fish served grilled or raw?
I'll, trust your judgment, Kisara.
No choice.
Dance in the wind!
Take this!
Seal!
That freaking does
In here!
No dawn
I'll be saving this one!
Eternal devastation!
Nail truck!
This one's mine!
Negative gate! Resonate with the earth!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the public is to me!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Benediction light.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Ice prison!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
Benediction light.
Denied!
Double demon fang!
Magic Gazam! In here!
Glimmer destruction!
Purge malevolence!
Negative
Perfect charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
air pressure! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
This one's mine!
How anti-climactic! Super swallow game! I'll finish you here and now! Heal!
Celestial Hammer!
You're mine! I'm not
Order
done!
won't save you! Do it!
Law! Demon's Descent!
Flashing fang!
Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
Air thrust! Here's a turn on the level! Magic Gazam! Freeze
Resonate with the
Lancer!
earth! Stalagmite! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! We managed to pull through.
Little help!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate! No further!
Rising
Freaking does it! Don't suffer in
Illuminate
sight.
the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
Captivity!
In here!
Benediction
I'll be
light.
saving this one!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Take this!
Shine! Radiant
beyond
light!
the darkest
Full
sky!
regeneration! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Benediction. Light.
Rising Falcon!
More where that came from!
Rending you apart!
My exploits are bearing fruit. Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Dance in the wind!
Regenerate!
I owe you one. Rising Wyvern! I'm on it!
Oh, magic attack! In here!
Into assault!
On your knees.
Denied!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
In a bind?
Blow away!
Sealed! For the stockpile!
Armor won't save you!
I'm not done!
Rail truck!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Close one! Gotcha!
Rising Wyvern!
Shine! Radiant
Ice
light!
prison!
Another incantation ruined!
Take care of...
He who prepares is free from regret.
You pay for that!
Imbue this strength with your soul with life!
Whirlwind
Resuscitation!
I'll finish you here and now!
Benediction
Still got
light!
the
Talon Hurricane!
Let us
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
on your knees!
Holy lamp!
This one's mine!
Air pressure!
Razor cyclone! Blood!
Rising Falcon!
Bloody howling!
Don't push yourself too hard.
Sealed!
Rising Wyvern!
Denied!
Dance in the wind! In here! Sealed!
Can't get out of this!
All disasters made one! Come forth, the
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get
Smash
behind
you!
me!
There, got it! I'll leave it to you!
Negative gate!
Demon Power!
Bloody howling!
On your knees!
I'm on destruction!
Illuminate the dark!
This one's all
Come
mine.
forth, holy glimmer! Holy lamp!
Talon Storm!
Begin! Not on my watch! One last one! Raise their cyclone!
I'm on a roll now!
Celestial hammer!
Eagle
Swallow slice! Raise
Never
their
into
cyclone!
Blue! In an instant! Impact block!
With this, I can become even stronger.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
I find the sounds of the night to be rather comforting. This shall suffice. Please, everyone, have as much as you like.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No, when I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Is there anything more magnificent than the musculature of a warrior? Perhaps it is in search of this perfect beauty that I myself am drawn into battle.
Right, here goes!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Arch field! Thanks! Just what
Take this!
Don't suffer in silence.
Ha! Go get it!
Leave the charges to me!
I'm on it! Take! Far enough!
Benediction.
Rising Wyvern!
Heal!
Sleep now.
Eat this! Come and get it!
Here I come!
Tidal winner!
On a roll now!
Finish it! In an instant! Impact block!
Benediction
Double
light.
do it! First strike! Heal! Not today!
Malevolent! Archaic waterfall!
Eagle Assault!
Seismic rupture!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Armor won't save you!
Rising
Thanks so
rocket!
much!
Soaring light spear!
Razor blade! Slow
Forward!
hurricane! I'm on a roll!
Sonic thrust!
I can handle it.
Captivity! Be still!
There's always room for improvement.
Gotta break through! Dragon Shell!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Sleep now.
Tempest! Catapult!
Take this! These fists have got your name on them!
Shooting star!
Not today!
I'm on a roll!
Demon Fang! Blow away!
Freeze Lancer!
Catapult!
Razor
I'm ready!
Cyclone!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Looks like we won.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Xion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Xion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, It's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will.
I'll see you again tomorrow.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go. Is it just me? Or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though, there are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almeidrea. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
Let's see what it is.
Illuminate the dark! Don't mind if I do. Dance in the wind! Air thrust! It's a duel of the arts! Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
Illuminate! Sealed!
I'm ready! Blow them away! How's that?
A chain between blah blah blah.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
I can handle it!
I'm on it! You go!
In here, right.
This one's mine!
I'll be saving this one. Magic is out. My savior.
Born up! Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Save you! I'm ready!
Dohalim,
Light burst forth!
radiant genesis. You don't mess around.
Certainly not.
Damn it! It's too fast! Stand back!
Go get
I'll
it.
trip it up! Now I'm in the groove!
Radiant sword.
Elusive
Electric shock.
I'll face you! Rising light!
Light.
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet!
Then I'll provide assistance however I
Go
can.
get it.
Sword Ring Alpha! On your knees!
I want
Sword Ring Alpha!
Looks like we got them all.
This will be a delicious piece of cake. Dance in the wind. Air. Don't mind if I do. Illuminate the dark.
Can't get out of
Only
this!
glimmer. Only
Nothing gets by me!
Not today!
I'm in your deck, Dohalim.
Then tonight's meal is on you.
Keep going.
leave the enemy's arts to me.
I'm ready! No complaints here! Now I'm in the groove! I'll smash you!
seems smelling to me.
I have no limits!
Illuminate the dark! Not in your dreams! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! You are in tip-top shape!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Illuminate the dark! Come forth to the sliver!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! I can feel my power growing!
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Not today!
Take this!
Sleep now. Illuminate the dark!
It's almost too strong! Be my guest!
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Manuel!
I'm not scared.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Citizen! You don't mess around.
Certainly not.
Far beyond the darkest sky! I call upon thee!
Rising hurricane! Finish it!
Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
What is this?
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Illuminate the dark!
Negative
Holy
phase.
Glimmer! In here! Looking between magic, they may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious!
This one's mine!
I'm on a roll!
Rising Wyvern!
Elusive deity!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
I'll thank you!
Swallow's flight! Ice cricket!
Denied!
I'm on it!
Select-
Living thrust!
Razor
Mighty
Cyclone!
Falcon!
Ice cricket! Swallow's
Air
flight!
pressure!
Illuminate the dark!
Take this!
Come forth!
I'm
Holy
on it.
Glimmer!
Raising
Holy
you
Glimmer!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
We seem to have come across something.
No holding back!
This'll be a feast!
Don't mind if I do!
Negative phase!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! One more time!
Eagle Fly!
Stalagmite!
Illuminate the dark!
Not today!
Holy Glimmer! Seal!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That trainee's paying off!
I can carve through armor! Nothing gets by me! On your...
Don't mind if I do! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! I can do this all day!
Do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Can you
Dance
take
in
it?
the wind!
Take it!
Seal! Crossblade!
Eagle
Claw! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it...
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Illuminate the dark! Holy Glimmer! Sweet now!
Shooting dick coming! Thank you!
Far beyond the darkest sky! I call upon thee!
This one's mine!
Can you take it?
Shooting!
Shine. Stay calm. I shall provide assistance. No.
Bring the monster sky!
What you
Remind me to stay on the
rock.
That focus goes double for you, Law.
Me? How come I get ready?
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! And done!
Let's keep up the
Take
pace!
that!
Take this!
Going in!
Razor Cyclone! Swallow's Flight! Celestial Hammer!
Talon Storm!
Electric Shock! Razor Cyclone!
Make it rain!
Electric Shock!
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
I never had a doubt.
Not today!
Air pressure! I'll smash you! I'll bash you into defenses!
Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how we like it when you can!
Holy Land!
All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificent, Kisara! You attack without mercy.
Because I can't afford to hesitate.
Not against a worthy
In here!
opponent.
Do it!
The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you even know about all that astrally stuff?
I'll do my best!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Sleep now. This will come in handy. A chain between blah 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 that hill! Divine savior! Malevolent! Arcane waterfall!
You know Renan's and
Sleep now. We managed to turn the tide!
For now. Things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert.
Make it rain! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! And done!
Let's keep up the pace!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer, holy land! Purge malevolence! Our magic is
These
there!
fists have got your name on them!
Freeze Lancer!
Eat this!
Hurricane Strike! Ice Vision! Razor Cyclone!
I'm ready!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu. Seriously? Is this a joke?
Denied! Coming through!
Eat this!
In here!
Ready and quick! I'll smash you!
Far beyond the darkest sky! I call upon thee!
This one's mine!
Get it! Not in your dreams! Dance in the wind! Air Thrust! I can do it all day!
Make it rain!
Doubling!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Certainly not.
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Air Thrust!
Radiant light!
Razor Cyclone! Rose Flip!
Armor won't do it!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer! You shouldn't have messed with me!
Force of regeneration!
Dance in the wind! Air Thrust! One more! One last one! Hold on to your arms!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon
Dance in the wind!
Radiant light!
Feel it! Crossblade!
Now I'm in the
Not
groove!
today!
Illuminate the dark!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Wanna be the one to block next time?
Huh? Not really my thing.
Hey, new equipment!
and thus our strength yet grows.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even halfway? Are you serious?
That's no reason to give up now.
Yeah, just gotta buckle down.
That's the spirit.
Go no further! Sleep now. Not in your dreams! Air thrust! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Sleep now. More for the stockpile! Ship up, you got company!
Armor won't sink! All fitted to here and now! Don't get carried away!
Sweet dreams!
Make it rain! Outfit! In an instant! Impact block!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, steel! Holy lamp! I do it! Frozen!
Hammer! Check out these biceps. Pretty glorious, right?
Why are guys so obsessed with their muscles?
Because these puppies have yet to let me down. What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Well... always loved the sound of hammers banging away.
I'd like... to check their wares, if you don't mind.
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath while that thing seizes a talking meal.
Then let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us?
Hurricane strike! Illuminate the door! Holy glimmer! In here! Blah, 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 magic! In here! More for the stockpile!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Holy
Just as well, I'm here to stop it. Much obliged.
You know Renans and Dens
I can carve through armor!
Tell me about it later.
Razor Cyclone!
Shine! Radiant light!
This one's
Regeneration!
Eat this!
Regenerate!
Holy
Don't
Land!
suffer in silence! Another incantation ruined! Benediction light.
I've let you all down.
Come on, Steve! You have to hold on!
Illuminate the sun! Come forth! Holy Land! Holy Land!
Not done yet! Heal! I'll tear you
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy glimmer! Sealed!
captivity! Take this! I'll finish you here
Can't get out of this!
Chain between blah 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 magic! Divine!
It's on!
I need something.
You need to be healed!
How the mighty have fallen.
Holy Land!
Fluidity of your movements are simply...
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy Land! Holy Land! Enemies immobilized!
bathed in blood, rending you apart! Bloody howling!
Lightning!
Let me see what I can do!
Illuminate the dark! Fires of passion course this way! In here!
Far enough!
Purge malevolence! On stage
No art of being
waterfall!
interrupted.
This one's mine!
Not today!
Crescent Moon! Swallow Tiger Blade!
Sleep now!
Eagle Assault! This one's mine!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Look sharp!
Shine!
Its wings are lighting up!
Force of regeneration!
It's getting ready to attack!
Gale! You're on!
Such tremendous power.
Don't face it! Gone! Hurricane strike!
I'm ready!
Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, heavy
Radiant
glimmer!
light!
And
Force
here!
of regeneration!
Watch yourself.
Aw,
That's incredible power.
You! It's time!
He who prepares is
Not
free
today.
from regret.
Shine! All radiant light! Force of...
It's time.
Shooting star!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
I'll face you!
One more!
Can't get out of this!
I can handle it! Denied!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
Shine! Radiant light!
Going
Force
in.
of
Illuminate the dark!
regeneration!
Come forth, holy glimmer! In here!
There are
Yeah, appreciate the concern.
The sooner you... Stop thanking, the sooner you can start
Dance in the
helping.
wind!
I mean, yes.
All day!
Radiant light!
Don't mind if I do!
Regeneration!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Sealed! Lion power! Far beyond the darkest sky! I call upon thee!
Not today! Shine! Radiant light! Force of
Shooting star!
regeneration!
Lightning strike! That is piercing roar!
Fires of passion course in this blade! In here!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of
Awake
regeneration!
the fleeting spirit!
Lightning strike!
He who prepares is free from
Sealed!
regret.
Take this!
Fires of passion course in this blade! Close one! No! Gotcha!
Don't leave me alone!
I feel this
Fires
come
of
to an
passion
end!
course in
Shine!
this blade!
Radiant light!
Sharpness!
Force of
Prepare!
regeneration! Regenerate!
Far enough! Better if you don't get up!
Let us not today! First strike!
Illuminate the dark! Sleep now!
Inferno! No dawn! I can carve through! I'm just getting started! Seismic rupture!
Shooting star! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Holy lance! Illuminate
Watch
the
yourself.
dark! Ready!
Sense incredible power.
Forgive me.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Holy lance!
Bloody howling!
Hurricane strike!
I'm on it! Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Not
today!
Piercing roar!
Why, thank you, your lordship.
And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not be hasty.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Holy lance!
No further!
Make it rain!
Kitara, frozen!
Hammer!
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistleum made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. None needs us.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Hold on to your arms.
See what happened there
Here
as
I
you
come!
crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Bloody hurricane
Onward and upward.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogl's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle Chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Dovalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Until we magically sprout wings. Let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shion's waiting for us.
Can we get down?
Are you insane? What the hell were you thinking? I thought we were gonna die!
One simply needs to be bold and act with conviction in times such as these.
Did you know it was gonna be safe before you jumped? Because I sure didn't.
More or less. I figured there would likely be a basin here akin to most such waterfalls.
Don't just make people jump off cliffs on a hunch!
Are we ever gonna finish climbing this ladder?
We're climbing a considerable height. It's only natural that it will take some time.
That's not the problem here!
We are getting closer to the top, aren't we?
You've just got to keep your spirits up, Rinda. Positive thinking is everything.
We finally reached the top.
My limbs feel like they're about to fall off.
Already? You kids need to train more.
I'll do my best! Come forth, Holy Widow! I'll be saving this one! Hurricane Strike!
Not today!
I'm surrounded!
Shooting Star! Hurricane
Lightning strike! These aren't good.
You'll soon see about that! Don't mind if I do! We managed to turn the tide!
For now, but things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert. Air thrust!
I'm ready!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Damn!
I'll face you!
Air thrust! There's more where that came from.
Courteous, huh?
Illuminate the dark!
crash you!
In here! Magic is out!
blades here!
Holy Land!
Super Swallow Dance!
Make it rain! Great! Amazing! No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Electric shock!
Now I'm in the groove!
Going in!
Make it rain!
Resonate with the earth!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, Holy River! Holy Land!
Round and come! Dragon Shout! Burn!
Make it rain! So here's Zara, Frozen!
Hammer!
We won that by a mile!
You've collected an awful lot of those objects. You sure it's not just junk?
Hush. Be quiet for a moment. The pieces speak to me.
What?
These relics that have scattered about. I can hear them whispering, longing to reunite with their lost friends and become one again.
Really? Do you hear any voices coming from them, Rinwell?
What? No! Don't get me wrong. I'm really interested in these things too, but I'm not crazy.
But don't you sometimes mutter stuff like, "Come to me, astral energy," when you cast your arts?
You're right. Oh my gosh. Are Dohalim and I actually alike?
Its charm really shines through now that it's been reassembled. Its streamlined shape, its geometric patterns. This is no mere amateur's work.
He's in his own little world at this point.
You get just like him when it comes to weapons, you know.
You're right. Oh my gosh. Am I just like Dohalim?
Huh? Why are you guys so quiet all of a sudden?
There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
Did anybody see that?
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelegion's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Heros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
Sorry, but we have to push through for now. Shion is waiting.
Yeah, I hear ya. A soak can wait.
swear I've seen that cat.
I sure hope nothing bad's happened to Shion.
Keep those thoughts to yourself, Rinwell. Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Sorry. It's just... I can't seem to stop thinking about it. What do you think it is that Volron wanted with her anyway?
Going by what he said back on Almadria's ship, it would appear his primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shion's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shion's thorns. Oh, that guy's just creepy.
Let's just hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
What? Law? Don't say things like that.
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to...
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did. Just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was Astral Arts. Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. I'm counting on you, Alphen. I want to go back to bed.
I don't want Shion to get mad at us for dragging our feet.
Alphen?
She's the one that's kept us on track. Picked me up when I was down.
Sure.
I just thought she'd always be there.